That's when I stop. When things get a little weird, when things get a little out of time, that's when I stop. That is the sign. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're out there. I just realised I started. I can't even see. I didn't even get I didn't even get Facebook here where I can see it. Yeah, there we go. I just want to be able to see and know that there's my friends are there. I'm sure you shall be. There we go. There I am. So here we are. Another week. Another not able to get comfortable scenario. Chair's too low. Mic's too low. Chair's too high. One of these things. All right. Here we go. Anyway, that was a fun little bit of jamming at the start. So I've got a fun couple of things to show you guys tonight. My guitar tones there at the moment, actually probably for the whole show, are coming from a new Fender amp, which has also got a built-in looper, which makes my life a lot easier because I don't need someone else. Not that I'm saying I don't want someone else. I'm just saying I don't need someone else to be able to have a good time. Now, I've got my brother sitting over here. No, I didn't say you could. What? I didn't know. Oh, God. Hey. Yeah, sorry. It's just he's got no pants on. So I said maybe this time try to, keep off the camera mostly. Yeah, it's okay. It's a family thing. That's just how we were raised. It's how we were born. Yes, he is over here helping me out because, not miserably. I mean, I just think next week, maybe pants on week. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, he's helped me out so that I don't push the wrong buttons all the time, look at the wrong spots, or have the wrong camera on, or whatever it is. And I was gonna, what I was gonna say before. Actually, can you unplug the headphones? Yeah. I was gonna say, there's this weird thing that's about a 10-15 second delay thing that which is okay when you're in another room or something, but it's otherwise, when everyone else is there elsewhere, they're somewhere else. Ah, that's cool. Yes, and like for example, right now. Oh, guess what? Look on the screen. Oh shit, we're sharing. We tried to. I tried to streamline some things, which hopefully the start was a bit more streamlined than it has been sometimes. So we're trying to do a few things to make it a bit slicker. So I'm not trying to find things all over the place all the time. And my brother Nathan, he's going to help me out. He's going to try. He's going to do a good job. But one thing that we did try earlier is a little program that means he can basically run my screens. It's like you can if you got a mouse, you can jump on someone else's screen and use it. I thought that's fine. You can do some of these things that I'm trying to do. However, what we didn't necessarily realize at the start was that it's like you're using the same mouse, the same pointer. So I go to do something, he grabs it, and he's over there using it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I grab it back, he grabs it back. It's like a fighting with a thing. It's a mouse tug of war. So that's what was going on. I'm like, I can't see Facebook. I still can't because why can't I? Okay, there. Okay, all right, there. Thank you. Yes, good. So we just two fools learning our way. Oh, did you just do it again? I'm not sure. Hang on. Hands off mouse for a second. Let me just. And okay, look, it's fine anyway. It's fine. Anyway, that's what's going on. Look, do you see this? Mick Ryan. Hey, he just said, hey, there you go. I think Nate's just had his first, from a fellow member of the family. How you doing? Mick normally doesn't say things as nice. When we see him, he's lovely. He is lovely though. So I've got the Viv Campbell in my hands again, partly because why wouldn't I? Had any opportunity, but also somebody did request or did say, so we'll be seeing that Vivian Campbell model again, and I'm not going to say nah, maybe not this week. It's going to be here. It's a glorious instrument. So what have we got? I'm going to just kind of jam on a few things tonight, and I was going to maybe talk a bit about improvising, and I don't know if anyone's got any questions and bits and pieces as well. But I just thought I'd kind of discuss it. And oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I mean I did, but I didn't. I'm trying to see the see. There we go. I just want to see messages. Okay, that's all. So yeah, I'm gonna jam to. I've got kind of picked a few little different styles, kind of different keys, different tempo, little things to have a jam to, and then I'm just gonna kind of talk a little bit about, I don't know, some suggestions, I guess, and what I would kind of do, what I sort of do to improve, and maybe some ideas of what you guys may or may not want to check out. So look, there's all sorts of folks on here right now. Stories. Troy says, stories. So many silly stories. That is the bonus of having really high output pickups, because I'm not even sure what that sound would be usually, but it's kind of like having an extra boost or drive or something on. I love it. And by the way, after last week's wah, whole episode, I don't get far without the wah now, so. Oh, yes. And I mentioned last week that definitely wah is more wah-like. You get more out of a wah if you're not on a super high gain sound. I mean, they sound awesome with that as well, obviously. but you definitely get a bigger variety of tone and what am I trying to say? I mean, you guys, wah people know what I'm trying to say. You just get more expression out of every little bit of the wah and with what you do on the guitar when it's that kind of a just slightly driven sound. So again, hot pickups could be the way to the go. The way to the go. The weight of the go could be the way to go. When I used this guitar a few weeks back, I mean, I got to apologise just to the guitar, for starters. I'm sorry to Vivian Campbell and to fellow Les Paul players. It's got light strings on it. I think it's probably may have 9s on it. Okay, stop saying, no need to use that sort of language, but it's got light strings. That's fine, but I actually had it tuned down to E flat. So the strings were just flapping around in the breeze. And it had no chance of kind of staying in tune or whatever. So that was silly. So now back in E, still highly flexible. Which means, oh, that's pretty good. I wasn't expecting that to be anywhere near in tune. It's great for that bluesy tone and vibrato as far as the lighter strings. I love it. My good friend, Michael Spivey, has just jumped on there. And I got to mention, we're going to be having Michael as a special guest on our Saturday little session, our 4 o'clock session I've been doing with Jimmy Couples. However, we had planned for it to be tomorrow, but being this virusy thing that we're in, I don't know about you guys, but lose track of the day, the time, the week, all of it. I took my calendar off the side of the fridge a while ago, because I just thought that's just making me sad. Because why? There's an empty calendar. So because of that and other things, and just because we're knuckleheads, it's actually not tomorrow night that he'll be, or tomorrow afternoon, but the following Saturday is when Spibes will be joining us. All right, let me just, I'm going to throw in a little jam here and have a little play to something. And you guys can throw some questions at me afterwards, during, if you want. And we'll always have a little bit of a talk about kind of improvising stuff. Look, what do we got? The key of G, key of A. That's a funky. It says A funky backing track. Unless that means a funky backing track. Good. That's interesting, isn't it? That's the problem. When things are in A and you just name them as A. I mean, actually, yeah, it's called a funky blues backing track. So I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to hope that it's in the key of A, which I'm pretty sure it is. How we going, Nath? Everything kind of, as far as we can tell, is yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. All right. Happy days. Happy days. All right. Let's check this out. It's in A. It's A funky backing track in A. potentially I could have gone for 8 minutes and 52 seconds. I just thought maybe that was just, 52 seconds too long or so. Anyway, I didn't realise that backing track I had there. A backing track, it's quite long, which is good. You get lost in that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what the blues is. Ain't no blues player who's like, oh, that's enough. That's a minute and a half. I shouldn't solo any longer than that. I mean, if you have a short solo, you're probably going to play too many notes. You're going to be like, oh, man, I haven't got long. I've got a lot of stuff to get in. Getting paid by the note. Better get into it. Not at all. I'm still trying to just find a good look. I think I'm going to put this here. That's why wasn't that there? I'm a knucklehead. Okay, that's better. So you may notice that I'm in a slightly different position than last few times. Just kind of got the camera in a more central position. So still trying to find my bearings. But anyway, so that's a cool little jam. And without getting all like guitar lesson-y about it, except for Aaron Laguda, I'm like, listen, man, there's some stuff I got to... Just kidding, bro. Actually, I've been watching many of Mr. Laguda's Instagram little just regular posts and digging it. It's just very real, and there's lots of cool stuff you can pick up from anyone, from all guitar players. But one thing I will just say about that little jam and the kind of improv thing in general is that it's really kind of mostly, I would say, with anything that's got a bit of groove about it, it's kind of the rhythm aspect of it is more important than, God, I was going to say more important than the notes. No, don't play the wrong notes. Like, try to play in the key, play some cool notes, but it's like where you land them, it's like getting in the groove with it. Pretty much that is like key. That is the whole thing. Because, you can be playing some groovy notes and all this fun stuff, but if it's not just sitting in there, then why bother? You can play some really simple stuff. And it's awesome. Well, most of the, so many great players, like, the old classic thing of like someone playing one note or whatever, and you're just thinking, man, that is like gold. Because if it's like got, kind of style about it, but it's just landed in the right way with kind of right bit of attitude, but the timing of it is cool, then it is happening. So yeah, you got to kind of learn to just be able to play simple things with the minimal amount of notes. Because if you can do that, then the rest is, you're going to be okay with. Fast stuff is just, Paul Gilbert's just joined the chat. Just kidding. But, I just don't want to say anything bad about it. But seriously, fast stuff, shreddy stuff is phenomenal. And there are players that are just, it's mind-blowing. But that's definitely more of a technical thing. That's more of a, don't ever leave, your bedroom. Don't get a girlfriend or whatever. Just, stay there, lock yourself in. And that is just hardcore practice. But more about like the improvising thing, like if you want to be able to kind of play some soulful things, that's more just about going, well, if I only had 3 notes, can I make something cool? Maybe not for 8 minutes and 52, but if you could kind of take an idea and just with 3 or 4 notes, play around with that and make it sound cool, then you are great. Gary Talbot, I am not George Harrison, but I appreciate that. Oh no, you're probably saying George Harrison, as in, can I play any? I'm not sure. Chris Slaney said less with attitude is more. That is exactly right. Yeah, and especially in the slower kind of tracks, which are harder to play too, because and somebody told me this years ago, and it seems really obvious now, but if the slower a track is and the more space it is, the more everything stands out. So it's like every single thing you play, if it's good, great. If it's average, it'll definitely just sound average. If it's not that good, it's just going to stand out there. You can't just play lots of fast notes because it's going to sound silly. So yeah, interesting. Let me try another little loop idea here. I wasn't even planning on playing this guitar so much, but once it's in the hands, kind of hard to put down. So the sound, all of that sound tonight is just coming from this new Fender Mustang amp, which I'll show you in a little bit. So it's really damn cool. The verb, the drive, the whole thing is just the amp, and it's going direct. Just plugging it in. It's got some XLR out, so you get this kind of the full stereo goodness. It's hard to not just play that kind of vibe because it sounds so good. Got to press the stop button when you want it to stop. Yeah. Anyway, you get the vibe there, right? And I did play a few more than 3 notes, 4 notes. I mean, it could have been 6, 7, 8. I got to be honest. Probably went a bit crazy. Played so many notes. And that it makes me think of players too. Like, why am I looking at? I'm just staring at like VLC player. Like, what? It's gonna talk to me or something. I don't know what I was thinking. It's the witch's hat. It is mesmerizing. Orange and white stripes. I mean, black and yellow stripes. The whole, striper, they had me. And not since then have I been so mesmerized as the orange and white VLC. Anyways, ZZ Top do that vibe so great. I mean, Billy Gibbons is the king. I mean, he doesn't even have to play anything. You just stand there and it's enough because he's so damn cool. But just the minimal but super attitude. Getting in the Billy Gibbons zone right there. I better put this guitar down because it's taking me over. It does, yes. So, back to the land of, it's salmon, really. Colour, anyways. Right. Been loving this. And I'm not saying necessarily that there may or may not be, or may be, a new Chauvel on the way. But if there is, you just have to tune in next week and have a look. Because I think there is. That's all I can tell you for now. Well, change over to something a little angrier. I don't know how you guys are with pushing buttons and standing on pedals and stuff, but I've never been fabulous at it. If you give me 2 choices, then I'm probably going to, stand on the wrong one. Or, you just stand on that, hold that down, and that's the mode. And just don't forget to change that back. Well, that's not going to work, is it? This is a great little foot switch, but even for me, so many options. Dorina, you don't have to wish that you could play guitar. You can play guitar. I mean, you could. Anyone could. It's the best instrument to learn how to play. Is there anything I need to answer or do anything, bro? Yeah? Yeah, okay. All right.
Is that the Vivian Campbell model Les Paul?
Damn straight that was the Vivian Campbell Les Paul. Yes, that's why that is a phenomenal instrument, and I play it a little, and then I put it away in its beautiful case because I've never had anything so special. So yeah, that's
One referred question through YouTube.
Yeah.
Zach and Sue asks, is that JB in the bridge?
In this guy. I'm thinking he means in this. So because the Viv Campbell it's all Damasio action. This pickup here is actually it is a Seymour Duncan. It is a Screaming Demon, which has to be the most. I'm going to use a word here, or a little phrase. No, it's a word. It's a phrase. It's a word. It's a phrase. What is it? It's a word, and I'm going to use it completely incorrectly, and Nathan will rectify. Misnomer. What is that again?
No, that's
What is that? I mean, I know it's a real word, but I mean, what is it?
a naming misnomer is to name something identified incorrectly. So.
Right. Well, okay, it's close to that. Screaming Demon, you're going to expect that pickup is going to be like, "Ah!" It's just the hottest, craziest, wildest pickup ever. It's not. It's a really cool, crunchy sounding pickup, but it's not kind of scary. It's not like the demons you have in your nightmares. I'm sure when I first got it, I'm just like trying to do squeals and going, oh no, it's all right. I feel like it should be screaming more, but that was silly. I think I did do that. It actually matches with the single coils much better than what I kind of expected, which is what I'm always battling with. Okay.
One last redirected question.
Yes.
Which pedals are you using?
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I said all of them. So.
All of them, yes. Earlier I said, Nath, plug everything in. He said, what, all these things? No, find everything that's here, plug it in, and turn it on, and we just go. We'll make some noise. No, I'm using this. Let me just grab the other little mister. Hi there. That little camera and just show you, because it's this new Fender amp, and that's all I'm using actually. It's all coming from there. So let me grab the. This was the Rascal Cam last week. Look, I think every week's too much for her. Clearly, she's just like, there's too much pressure. Okay, I've got all the extra cleaning she has to do beforehand and all that stuff, and she was not cool. So she'll be back, but I thought this week we'll give her a week off. So let's see, because okay, see this little guy down here? That is the new Fender Mustang amplifier, and this little this is some high-tech action going on right here. Oh, got to get a light up. Yeah, and that little foot switch there, but it is just the amp. I'm not even sure what model it's on at the moment, but all I know is it sounds great, and it has got the craziest amount of effects and stuff in it. Like, I just got it this week to check out. It's just ridiculous. So I'll kind of give you guys a little look at it without getting too carried away. It is one of the most I'm going to say effect-filled, feature-filled, sound-filled, tone-filled amps that I've seen in a long time. It's just I don't know what a practice amp is anymore. It's 50 watts, but it's a modeling thing, and it's pretty wild. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to just have a little mouthful of this, and then I'm going to play a Satriani tune. Actually, you know why I chose this, Nath, was because last week there's a guy on YouTube asked. Last week I went to YouTube. I just went, we'll just try it. And there was people there, and they were asking stuff I didn't know. Like, anyways, that's trying to get better at that. But he asked for this song, and we'll probably never see him again. But still, thanks. Thank you. Anyway, I think I've got to stand up. I'm really kind of struggling with the stool thing. The lower chair is feels kind of better, but then I'm sitting right down there. You can't see anything. It's difficult to play up on the chair. You got to get your thing up here, like classical style. It's
Just stand up.
yeah, it's going to stand up, and plus there's a bit of wiring to be done, and also, not forgetting a certain sock situation.
Yes.
Now let's let me make a little adjustment. I think I can. Let me see here. Look, if we get this guy down here a little. Now it's not all about the socks.
No, just most.
But some of it is. I probably just need to look. Can you? How's that? Look at that. That's a. Now, if anyone knows what that song is, if you can name that piece of music, you win the sock. One.
Fantastic.
One of them. I'm not. There's no way I'm giving up both of those. That's all. Hey, Nate, do you want to see if you can get that on the Wario there, and I'll just pull that guy out a little. All right. You might want to actually reposition. I don't want you to hold it there for the whole jam. I'll tell you what you do. Undo that thing, but hold the phone there, and it just makes it. There you go. So this is like a learning on the go.
That's it.
Exactly. I'm going to move this mic out the way for a minute. That's oh God, oh Jesus. This is what I hate about it. You get to every time this happens. Yeah. Okay. And see, anyone who's using OBS, let me go over here for a sec. Anyone who uses OBS, if you happen to, this app called OBS Camera, and it's you get it obviously on the App Store. It is phenomenal. It works so well, and it looks fantastic. But anyway, enough talk from me. Let's see what we got here. There he is. Let's give this a go. Come on, Joe. Don't you let me down, boy. Hey. Come on. Oh, I love that when VLC... Every now and then VLC for me goes, the app's crashed. if that was if that was Joe, that ending would go for. Just I love him. I mean, I love him, but I mean, we'd still be. And he go bum 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 bum. It's true. And
wouldn't have been the live version of that one.
no, that was the short. That was actually the album version. He did tend to do that a bit, and which is fine. It's cool, but I mean, maybe just for 1 or 2 songs or 3, maybe even just for 3 or 4 for 4 or 5 songs in the gig, that's fine. But when it's every second one, when every song does that, well, that that's cool if you get to change guitar every song too. You just like so that way you do all that. And you just keep doing it, and then you're like, bam, 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 done. Change guitar. I mean, it's probably in tune, it may be in tune. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just beat that thing up. I must admit, that is a very cool little trick. Signature, very signature. No one, I don't believe anyone else was doing that little whammy bar, harmonic thing. Now this guitar will not be. Not bad. That's pretty good for a non-locking baby right here. Very well behaved.
Getting lots of positive feedback for the Satch and for the socks.
Positive feedback as in, woo! No, good. Okay. For both? Excellent. Yeah.
There's a misnomer.
Yeah, yes, exactly. For anyone who's interested in that little trick. It's not, well, it is. It's trickery. And I'm having a good run with that tonight. I shouldn't do another one because the next one will go. As is the danger with, pick harmonics anyway, is when you go for that moment. Here it comes. It could just do this. No, that was a good one. It could do this. Okay, I can't, but
It's just working tonight.
it's working tonight. But if it was at a gig, it would have been followed by quite possibly. Okay, all right. This is not the example I was after, but this is. Okay. I have never got so many harmonics when I went for them in my life, but this one. Okay, screw this. Okay, forget about it. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Every other time when I want them to come out, I shouldn't use up all my good ones now. That's what's happening. But all I'm saying is they could do this. You go for it, like, and if you're not in the right spot, they just go, oh, for God's sakes. It's ridiculous. No, there we go, that's better. You go, oh, Jesus, no. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, now anyone watching is going to be thinking, what are you talking about? They're obviously so easy. You just go, and they just come out. They do, sometimes. There you go, that's better. There's one right there. You go for that big moment and you do the face and there's nothing there. That can happen. Anyway, the Satch thing, you just got to, you're just doing like this. You're just trying to get a whole bunch of harmonics together. So if you're in the right spot, you get a few, but you kind of start with the wang bar down. That's all you do. But there is danger of that going badly also, but what the hell, it's fun. If it doesn't work first time, you just quickly launch into another. Well, see, that was an example of the bad one. If you run out of ideas, Or if you got those, some people in the audience kind of giving you this sort of vibe, like, yeah, that's great, man. It's just, whatever. Okay, blues scale, that's fantastic. Then you just try and rip one of those out. Probably not on a Fender Strat necessarily, but. Now, I do have a few other little jams to play along to. I want to show you this too. Let me see if I can, just because this is pretty damn cool. Do you reckon you could probably even just try and, let's see if we're going to get high tech here. Get an old techie. Get on there. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Just push buttons. No, don't you? I see. Oh, well, you did do something a little. I see what's happened there. It's gone on the. It's gone on a funny. It's gone a bit. Hang on a second. Because it's on the. Oh no, that's all right.
It's showing up all right. It's just
That's
the
weird.
screen
Why?
doesn't
Yeah.
function.
Why is that on the side there? Anyways. Good enough. We can work with this. So this amp has an accompanying app. So I can just show you the amount of different kind of sound. These are actually just all the presets. I can see up there, that way it's looking. So there's a crazy amount of presets, and this will help because I can look on here. I found a couple of sounds that I wanted to check out on here. We go through here and pick this up. Oh, that's all some crazy stereo action going on. Thing is, you would not expect that kind of thing from traditionally from a Fender amp. Even their Mustangs have been around for a little while, but this is just, it's got every funky effect that you can imagine. So that's got the kind of shimmery reverb. I love that. I get on those delay things, I can get lost in that for a long, long time. Let me see if I'm not kind of up to. Oh, I see. It's like 1,005,000. Sorry, sometimes the Facebook chat, I look on there, I click on something, and oh look, then all of a sudden I realize. Actually, Jake told me. He said yeah, if you click on it, it'll just stop. So then I'm like, well, that's not helpful. I don't want to stop. I just want to. If people are, yeah, that's better. Yes, yeah, the socks don't match the axe. The problem is, I can have a guitar that looks like this is fine. That's cool. Everyone think that's cool. Good. If you don't leave your comment below. But I mean, if I said check out my socks, and they were this. You see what I'm saying? Not a great sock color necessarily. Good axe color. But fair point. I guess I'll take it. So also I can just turn the effects on and off, which I love. Any kind of multi-effects modeling things that I've used before. I use the fractal gear a lot, especially the AX8, and I just love being able to sort of treat it like an amp and pedals, because I can deal with that. I'm not great with lots of programming and lots of different sounds and remembering to change. This song is that patch and this song's that one. In the middle of this one, you got to, generally not, but if I can kind of set up some great sounds and then just turn effects on and off, that is a cool way for me. So this kind of has that same option. So this pedal board means that I can go, let's see what this sound is. Okay, so that's just that clean with nothing else on it. Poor baby may or may not be that much in tune. Which I could use the built-in tuner on there, but I'm not going to. But you could. That's probably a compressor. That's that shimmer reverb. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not going to use that all the time. That's okay. Just have that off and just get to business on the delay. love those. I love any delays you can kind of mess around with rhythmic things. So let's see if you guys can still see it. Yeah, check this out. So this is how easy it is to, I don't know, change things, try stuff. Like if I wanted to edit the amp, there it is there. It's just so much easier than like using the real amp. You just get on there and I can just go, I'll just turn that up and down a bit, no worries. Or I'm like, that's too much work. I'll just do this. I said I'll just do this, and then I'll just go, I'll just use my finger and turn that. Look at that. It's like the laziest, most awesome way of doing things. Oh shit! Oh, bump. Sorry. Yeah. And these, like, as far as adjusting the effects, there's so many of them. But there's your delay. Actually, this must have tons of different. It's got damn. That's got a lot of parameters. There's a lot of stuff that can be done in that guy. But if I wanted to change that, these are all the. Well, this is like a tiny look at the effects, but this is all just. This section here is all just delays. I love it. Mono, look, mono tape delay. It's got to be good. I mean, it's not to. Oh yes, here we go. I need some dirt on that, and I'll show you what I like to do with delays a lot of the time. What do we got over here? Let me just swap this out here. Bear with me 1 second here. I'm sure we can find a way. Actually, got a better idea. Let's change the amp. I think that's what we need to do. Let's get. That's Look, that's one way. That's one way of putting it there, man. Okay, so let's see. What do we got now? I just want to get something a little dirty. Actually, you know what? Too much messing about. Let me just change to a different sound, because otherwise I won't get to check out some of these other sounds anyway. That's better. It's just amplify sync in progress. Watch out, folks. Oh, that's nice. So when I get on the delay kind of thing, and this is just, I like doing this just for practice, just for fun. So it's that dotted eighth thing that most of us know about. See, look, it's doing this again. Come on, Facebook, just like, work with me, you rat bag. So aside from that dotted eight thing, which is really cool to just kind of tune into, and you just get used to it. Like I don't know what the timing of it is. You just get used to how you kind of find it. But there's also any other kind of division, timing wise, that you can jump onto, you can play around with. So you have like the Brian May. And it's good because you sort of can't screw up. Well, I mean, you do, as I showed you, but you can't afford your timing to kind of be off, because otherwise you just sort of lose it. And you also are trying to kind of improvise ideas, even if you're just doing it as arpeggio practice. That is hard enough. But there's other kind of funkier things in between that you can try and find, like stop there because I knew there was something heading my way. It was going so well, it was like, it can't continue that much. So yeah, I like to do that and then kind of just mix it up, and even take like a rhythm vibe to start with, and then just kind of jam some little bits into it. Something like that, only probably a little better. Something about the it's that's the vibe. Anyway, the idea is for it to be kind of like fun but difficult. You just kind of get on there and see what you can make up. You kind of just accidentally find harmony things in there, hopefully. I'm doing the stuff that I would normally be doing at home with no one looking or listening. For you guys. Anyway, you get the idea. You just mess around and you just try different little combinations in terms of numbers of little patterns, and you kind of stumble on some cool stuff. All the while practicing, but in a more fun way than what your guitar teacher told you to do. Better than using the metronome, because it's like it is a metronome. It's like, there's your metronome. It's just a way cooler sounding than the old. I mean, really, people like the ones of us that really, we went through it, we came out the other end. I mean, I think there should be some kind of a little certificate, a badge or something you get,
Brings back scale,
It does. That's true. Yeah, the metronome generation. Oh. That's a nice one, yeah. If you get it right, it's quite nice. Yes, anyways, enough of that business, but that is a lot of fun. Now, what was this other one here that I had? I'm just curious to know what that guy is. Oh, shit. That's pretty sweet. Any sound that lets the guitar come through for me is like rocking. If I can take something that's pretty kind of dirty or whatever, but just try different pickups, volume at a different spot, whatever, and get lots. It's like having a bunch of pedals there, but you don't have to stand. It's here. It's right here. Forgot about that little delay trick, didn't I? Hey, that's a must. No, let me just turn the, what do I got to do? What's that guy? No, not that one. Let's get back here. I'm going to turn the delay up, which is, of course, wet. Get that guy. Come on now. Wrong way. Okay. Yeah. That's the best. Once you get that down, you do not have a bad guitar day after that. That's not entirely true, but I mean, if you're having if you're having one of those crappy days, you just go, oh man, I'm just not really getting it together. And then you go, yes, I am. What was I talking about? So I'm all right. Okay. Or your mum comes in and goes, that sounds amazing, and you feel good again. Don't play that note in there. Wasn't so good. It wasn't so good, you know.
Robert from YouTube asks,
Yes.
what pup is in the bridge?
Same one that I had in before. Yeah, it's the Seymour Duncan Screaming Demon.
Yep, beautiful.
That's the one. That's all right. That little, that particular delay thing too. Mick's learning. Remember, we always would say Mick, Uncle Mick, he can't learn anymore. I mean, we just enough times he'd say certain things. He can't learn anymore. But you know what? Thanks to the magic of Facebook and live streaming,
Mick's not learning. That's me typing his name and saying, I'm
Oh, okay.
Don't be silly, come on.
That's okay. Well, it'd make him feel good to say that. He's
We tried.
He's learning he's typing.
No, that's true, that's true.
Hey, yeah, it's good. It's probably guitar players hearing that going, yeah, whatever, done that. You know what? No, it never gets old, which is also the Nuno Flight of the Wounded Bumblebee thing, which that's way too slow, obviously. Let me just crank that up a little, not too much, because let's just. Is that what I'm after? Let me see. No, that's all right. There's too many options. What am I looking for here? Oh, note division. Okay. No. What? I don't know. Maybe because it's on tap tempo there. Maybe it's because it recognises that, dude, don't go above your speed limited. When this first came out, that Extreme album, Porno Graffiti, I think for a while everyone thought it was just played for a long while, and but then some of us thought it's not played, because if it was played, it would be. I'm turn this off. It'd be like go off, bypass. Yeah, no, can't quite get my finger in the on the bypass. There it is. Played, it would have been like this. And we got like that far, and we're like, oh god, this is going to take it's going to be so hard to learn all this, and especially that next bit. Yeah. We're like, oh man, he's so amazing, so hard, that's so hard. And then, and look, he's just as awesome. Let's be clear, that hasn't changed. But then we're like, so much easier, so good. Let me see if I can just change the tap. There it goes. It keeps going up. It's So then you just had to do this. So much better. Still kind of, well, it's a little bit. The only hard thing about it is you got to make them really short. So good. A lot easier than what we're thinking. For a while, I bet Nuno was like, he's like hearing people reading. That would have been back when people wrote letters and stuff. But he would have been like, oh, this is so good. Everyone's like, we can't play it. It's so amazing. But then we worked out. So good. We love you, Nunos. Anyways, Nunos. Yes, we do love him. Love him. He's phenomenal. Well, there's only one. There can only be but one. So, look, I've been rambling on for a bit, haven't I? Rambling on. That's a funny coincidence. I want to let me just jam to another little thing, because I didn't think I was just going to be having such a fun old time and not playing that much. But let me just get back to a normal sound there. That's probably still just a, that's probably a little more than I need, just to, okay. Just put on another little jam here, just to, same kind of idea as before, I guess, in terms of what what I would kind of do over a slow, groovy kind of a jam, how to get some good sounds. That's not even slow, but that's groovy. Except, it's good to know the key beforehand sometimes. It's not the one I want. Just not the one I was feeling. This one. I want to go with this vibe. Yeah. That's
there
it.
we go.
Feels like a Friday night jam. A good Friday night jam. Hey, I think I'm going to cruise out here on that. Rob, yeah, Paul Gilbert Echo song. Damn right. See? Gilbert knows. Everyone knows. You get onto that delay thing, it is like, go for it. I feel like I could have written an album of albums, many albums with that vibe. So, if there's nothing else, folks, I'm going to catch you next week with some more stuff. I'm going to get a few more tunes up my sleeve for next week. If you've got any, requests, ideas, or whatever, throw them my way, and I'll see what I can fit in. And also tomorrow night, 4:00, join me and Jimmy Couples, now known as King Canyon. We're going to play some more original stuff. Actually, we kind of got through nearly 3 or 4 new tracks this week, so we'll definitely play some new stuff and a few groovy new covers. But please join us. And Spibes won't be there tomorrow, but next Saturday, Michael Spivey will definitely be joining us for a few tunes as well. So until then, keep jamming, and I hope to see you guys and gals next week. And now I'll put that other song on because just now it's okay. It's a little up tempo. I'm okay. I can go out on that. I'm right. Wrong key though. Can't even stop. This is what I'm talking about, Nath. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm trying. I can't. It's just. When a groove starts like that, and this is a bad guitar play thing. Great, let's go. It's in A. Fucking what? No, it's not. It's in E. No, it's in A. No, it's in E. Idiot. I'm an idiot.
So it turns out it's actually in B.
It's, well, I mean, A and B, they may be close, but, one sounds better than the other. So, like I say, we just pretend that didn't happen, and Joe Bonamassa, key of B. So much better in that key. Take it, Joe. Once Joe starts, I'm like, I'm out. I'm out of there. See, playing with less gain. Scary, but good for you. In small doses, very small doses. Oh, all right, that's it. Folks, I'll see you next week. Nathan will be back so that we can get this little thing even better and better all the time. We're out of here. Catch you then. Thank you.